Good morning, y'all. I'm Karen Terras with Social U, and we are coming to you live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. for social media tips, tricks, and trends, and some marketing information, and sometimes just some personal behind-the-scenes stuff that I think you might want to know. So today is one of my favorite topics, Pinterest. Love it. I've jokingly said it's on our cup. If I'm not on Pinterest for 3 days, call the police. Love it. So what does it have to do with the holidays, and why does it matter to you and your business? Okay, let's go ahead and kind of dig in. First and foremost, Pinterest is one of the one of the best referral tools on the planet. It just absolutely has just the best traffic ever. And you may think you have good traffic from Facebook or Instagram, but I'd be willing to bet you that Pinterest is better. So let's start with some stats, just some easy steps so you kind of understand where I'm coming from. Pinterest has over 330 million monthly active viewers. 80% of those viewers are female. 80% of those participants are female. So you have a very strong female audience. 85% of women will use Pinterest to plan life moments. What is a life moment? Like building a house. So you homeowners, you realtors, you construction folks, you decorators, they use it to plan a wedding. Wedding folks, everybody in the wedding industry, they use it for travel. If you're a travel person, they use it for so many different things to plan those things to make them a reality. Compared to 85% will do that on Pinterest, compared to 40-ish% on Instagram and 50-ish% on Facebook. 58% say it helps them make shopping and purchasing decisions. I cannot tell you how much stuff I've bought off Pinterest. Well, I can, but I won't. 89% of Pinners use it for inspiration to actually make a purchase. 47% use it specifically just to shop. It's 4 times more effective at generating sales than any other social media platform, including Instagram. 87% of Pinners have used it to make a purchase because of Pinterest. 93% use it to plan future purchases. Do you kind of see where I'm going here? Okay, and the argument, the pushback I get a lot of times, no millennials are Instagram. 1 out of 2. Stats are a little bit higher. It's like 53%, but 1 out of 2 millennials use Pinterest every single month. Statistics say that, and this is from 2019, so this is not even this year when everybody's been trapped inside online. I can't wait to see these stats for next year. Millennials say that Pinterest inspires them to make their dreams a reality. That's why they're on there. It's the number 2 source of all social media traffic to you. An average order value of sales directed from Pinterest is higher than any other social media platform. On average, it's twice the size. Hey, Becky, how are you this morning? Checking us out on YouTube. Hey, Jamie, I hope everything's good with you. And hey, Tara, good morning to you guys. I got excited with stats and didn't get to my comments. So, hey, guys, thanks for joining us this morning. What that breaks down to is people who shop on Pinterest, women who shop on Pinterest, the numbers say they spend almost 2 times as much money on a purchase. So if I'm going to spend $20 on something that I see on Instagram, I would spend $40 for something that I see on Pinterest. Very interesting stats, especially since a lot of the folks we work with are retail folks, and they make a lot of their money during the holiday season. So, okay, so really and truly, let's say you're an event planner or you're a realtor or a photographer. I don't have anything to sell individually on Pinterest. Why do I need to be on Pinterest for the holidays? Let's talk about that. And let's talk about what you can do to make your life better, make your Pinterest life better. Well, for one thing, it strengthens your brand. Anytime you post directly from your own material, whether it's Instagram, you do know you can pin from your Instagram account. And even more importantly, not only can you pin from your Instagram account, you can set it up so that Instagram automatically feeds to your business board on Pinterest, so you don't even have to do it. Pinterest will do it for you. How cool is that? It strengthens your brand. So if you go look at our Instagram page, what you're going to see is a lot of branded material. And then when you go look at Pinterest, you're going to see it again because there's 2 very different audiences there. And I'm much more likely, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm much more likely to come up in a suggested search on Pinterest than I am on Instagram. Of course, it drives traffic. I was shocked. We always see huge number drives during the holidays. We have 5,000 followers on Pinterest, and during the holidays, we'll spike up to 80,000 views a month. which is huge. But the thing that floored me is when we consistently started blogging, and we consistently started blogging and pinning those blogs to our primary board, the Social U board, and then sharing it from the Social U board to other boards, I started to see an interesting trend. And that interesting trend was our blog started to be the number one thing every month. I was shocked. So we kept doing that, and I'm seeing it over and over. Top 10 for us, statistically for us, every month, the top 10 pins, 8 of them are my own blog, and I'll get 5,000 views on one of the pictures from our blog. Or if we have 3 different images on the same blog, they may all make it into the top 10. That blew my mind. So does it work? Yeah, you get killer traffic from it. Okay, Cassandra, I didn't know it could be streamed automatically. It totally can. There's a setting directly in your Pinterest account. Just go to your Pinterest settings, go down to Instagram. You have to make sure it's set up to go into your business board, because you have to have a primary business board. So ours is Social U. And then from there, we will pin it to social media tips, tricks, and trends, or maybe a blogging or a content, or our Business Babe, Business Babe board. Oh, that's good tea. So yes, it totally works. The traffic is crazy. And when I started seeing these higher numbers in the thousands, we're a small business. So getting 5,000 eyeballs to my blog from a single pin, that's good numbers for us. So am I going to keep doing that? Oh, yes, I am. Plus, aside from Pinterest, blogging is super strong for referral traffic anyway. Market research, Pinterest is really its own search engine. So if I want to go in and find out decorating trends and I type that in on Google, I'm going to get something very different if I type that in on Pinterest. The women who are actually purchasing the stuff, they're on Pinterest, and they're using those pins to plan their lives. So those numbers tell me what's important. If I see something that's been repinned 6,000 times, chances are it's a good gamble, because people are looking at it and they're using it for themselves. So it's great to check out. And if I need topics for blogs, I can go into Pinterest and literally type in, I need to know what people want to know about Instagram. So I'll say how to Instagram, and it'll give me 20 different suggestions, and then I can go in there and get an idea about what people are interested in, so that I can turn around and use that material for my audience, for you guys. Number 4, it helps you gain new customers. It's dang near impossible to come up on the For You page on Instagram unless you're a celebrity or you make reels. So if you're not making reels and you're not a celebrity that has thousands of followers, showing up on the For You page is just painful. But not for Pinterest. It's like YouTube. People, they want to find you based on those keywords. So Pinterest will suggest you to them based on what's in the description. So if you have great information, or if you have a cool fall wedding, or you have the best gifts ever for the bridesmaids, and you have a great blog and it's in Pinterest, they want other people to see it. They want other people to pin it. So yeah, they're going to share that for you. What a great way to come up and get new customers. And I have found, when I started Pinterest, because I'm an idiot, I'm like, I don't see any business I mean, come on, give me a break. This has been, it feels like 10 years ago. I'm sure it hasn't been quite that long. But when I started Pinterest, I started just for fun, because nobody's ever going to use this for work. That's crazy talk. And I made a fun board that's full of snarky, sarcastic, all my personality. And then I had to hide that. But I found people going from my humor board into my business stuff a little bit right. So they start one location and they'll progress to another location, but that can be very beneficial for you and your business. Number 5, it really helps you establish your expertise. When people start seeing my name pop up as the author for blog after blog after blog and all of this different Instagram information, and there's her face again. Just FYI, faces don't do as well on Pinterest as they do on Instagram. So if you are putting those images into your blog, a little less face, a little more background, much better on Pinterest. Great way to establish your expertise. Number 6, it's free marketing from fans. If people like you, they're going to pin it and share it, and then their people will pin it and share it. And you just can't beat free marketing. It also allows you, again, because you're coming up and you can recycle. One of my pins that consistently comes up in my top 10 is so silly. It's jokes for kids. It's something I pinned for my son, I don't know, 5 years ago, and it keeps recycling to the top depending on when moms are online, because it's just a cool pin and I get a lot of traffic. So You can have a blog from 4 years ago that keeps coming back and coming back and coming back just because it's good content and other people are sharing it, so they want to see it. Okay, Jamie says, do the Pinterest results pull from the title, or is there another section to add tags? Yes and yes. Pinterest will pull not just from the title of your pin, but from the description also. And it looks at board titles too. So if I have a board called wedding cake, and in the description, I have all my great keywords, great wedding cakes for Southern weddings, photographed by a professional photographer, however you want to list it. And then the pin itself is fall wedding cakes. Pinterest takes all of that into consideration. And now that you can use hashtags on Pinterest, they weigh that as well. So Pinterest is not only looking at the name of the pin, they're looking at the name of the board and the description, including your keywords and your tags. So if you're writing a good caption on Instagram and you've got good hashtags, it's going to translate into your Pinterest board. Now, I'm not saying go back and add hashtags, because they don't do it like that. And I make sure that was correct. Is just start adding hashtags from this point forward. It won't do you any good to go and add them to pins that have already been pinned, but it will help you do them from this point forward. Just FYI. It does help with product exposure, obviously. Anytime you want to launch a new product, whether it's digital or physical, if you write a blog about it or put a pin about it, you'll see it. Much longer post exposure. Again, I love Facebook. It's one of my, it's okay. Facebook, okay. Don't tell it I said that. But you only have a shelf life of like an hour and a half on Facebook, unless the post is killer and it lasts for, a whole day. And sometimes if they're awesome, they can last for a week. But on Pinterest, again, a good pin can last for years. It's just like YouTube. Good video will keep coming back. Bad tacos. It'll keep coming back to haunt you. So you want to make sure that material is good, because it can keep popping up for a long time. It's great for your SEO. Of course, anything that sends traffic directly to your website is good, so good for your SEO. And for those of you guys who might not know, what is SEO, search engine optimization? What does that mean? It means the terms that you type into Google for people to find you. They work on Pinterest. So if I'm on Pinterest and selling flowers for, let's say I'm selling Christmas wreaths, and I write a blog about it, and I've got some pictures of some great samples of Christmas wreaths that I sell. And I pin each wreath onto a board about my business, and then I repin that onto a Christmas decor board that's in my account, and somebody sees it and they love it. When they click on it, it takes them to my blog so they can buy the thing. It just doesn't get any better than that. So if you have a customer that types in Christmas wreaths and your information comes up, it will automatically click through. It automatically goes back to your account. How cool is that? And then number 10, it's a great way to recycle content. You can take the exact same blog with the exact same title and use different graphics and pin it and get different results. I'm telling you what, just changing the graphic will change how people look at it. Jamie says, I feel like I'm peering over the wall. When I search Pinterest on my phone, the results come up on the Explore tab. There's a shopping tab. How do I get my products on the shopping tab? That is a great question. I don't know the answer off the top of my head, but I can find out and let you know. I'm happy to send you. If you'll send me this as a direct message to the Facebook page, let me do a little research so I can make sure I'm telling you the right thing to come up on the shopping. I know on Instagram you can force it with Shopify so that you can force tags and force them into your shopping, digital shopping location. What's that called? Oh yeah, store. What? Oh, good grief. Hang on. So much better. Okay. So let me find that out, Jamie. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. So I will check on that. Send me a direct message as a reminder. But it is a great way to come up on just the generic for you or generic search. And Pinterest wants you to find what you're looking for. So if I put up fall decor, it's going to give you subcategories. If you're online versus your phone, it's going to give you subcategories that say doors, yard, interior, exterior, Halloween, Thanksgiving. It's going to break it out so that people can go, oh yeah, I was looking for Thanksgiving decor as opposed to just plain old fall decor. Sure, Jamie, happy to help. Just don't let me forget. So send me a direct message. And yeah, Pinterest is the way to go. And it is one of the most neglected platforms ever, Most people don't spend any time on Pinterest, and I understand that you could be overwhelmed. Facebook and now Instagram has, 4 different ways to post every day. Who has time for that? Nobody's got time for that. And there's, of course, blogging and LinkedIn and, all the other things that you could be doing. And I know saying Pinterest on top of that can be overwhelming. However, start small and do what you can do. So if you're just getting started on Pinterest or you're trying to ramp up on Pinterest, 'tis the season. People go nuts in October, November, December. Start very slowly. Start by feeding your Instagram directly into your Pinterest account. That's easy to do. If you can just pin 5 pins a day, and Pinterest weights the first 5 pins of the day. They count them higher than anything else you do. So the first 5 pins after midnight need to be your own stuff, your own blog, your own material, where you repin your own stuff. And then after that, and I've joked around about this for years, but if you just take your phone to the bathroom once, you can knock Pinterest out easy. Just pin 5 pins, click, and you're done. Ideally, you want to pin between 5 and 10 pins a day, about 6 days a week. That can sound insanely overwhelming. So do what you can do. Tara Gravett says, Vice, I'm sorry that I read your middle name out loud. It's Tara Vice, just Vice. Is there any way to transfer from your personal Pinterest to business? Oh, absolutely. If you go into settings, your settings will allow you to make it a business account. And once you swap over to a business account, it shows you analytics and statistics and all those good numbers that you need to know. And Tara, if you don't know where to find that, I will show you. Just give me a holler. She's a smiley face. I need to apparently make my chair taller because I feel like when there's a comment, I'm peeking over the top. Sure, happy to help. And it's easy. It's like swapping your Instagram account from business. It's just a simple click. Of course, Terry, you want to make sure, and I had to do, Pinterest was my holdout. I have been Karen Taranis on Pinterest for, 10, it feels like 10 years. I'm just going to say 10 years. And then when we changed all of our branding to Social You, I didn't want to change my Pinterest account. I wanted to leave it alone. I'm like, I dug my heels in. I want to be Karen Taranis on Pinterest until I die. Well, you can't do that. So I did have to change my name, sadly, and become a business account, but it worked better for us. When my son says I'm going to the bathroom, I'm like, well, tell me what year it is when you come out of there. I mean, I guess they're playing on their phones, but seems like it takes forever. Is that just a boy thing? It may just be a boy thing or a son thing. But yeah, I feel your pain, Tara. That's awesome. Okay, is there anything else you guys want to know about Pinterest? I did have somebody recently tell me that we need to have a Pinterest class. I'm all about it. If you're interested, it just takes like 5 or 10 people. I can do it digitally, and we can walk through all the stuff that you need to know about Pinterest. Cassandra says, gotta make this chair taller. That's a great point. I definitely need to start doing the Instagram to Pinterest this week. That will help so much. Yes, it absolutely will. Create on my boards and get them added, but stop doing it. Yes, please start back. It is so helpful for your SEO. I was shocked the first time I noticed, because I don't always go check out our stats on everything every minute, but the first time I realized, that our numbers had jumped up so high, shocking. When you're getting consistently 30 to 45,000 views on a 5,000, following account, that's huge. And then they spike up to 80 during the holidays, huge. And when your own pins are in your top 8, at least consistently every time, 8 out of 10 is our own stuff, also huge. And I was going through, the first time I noticed, I was going through, I'm like, who wrote? Oh yeah, that's me. Like, whose blog is that? Oh, that's mine. I did that. Shocking. And it was quite the eye opener. Just incredible for your SEO. Absolutely. So you guys let me know. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to help. If there's anything else you want to know, let me know. I monitor these comments. I won't say in a compulsive way, but maybe a little bit. Smidge. Leave me a comment. I'm happy to answer. You can send me a direct message. I'm happy to answer that too. Next week, what are we talking about next week? What are we talking about next week? Well, that didn't help me at all. I'll go look and let you guys know. If there's something that you want to know, let me know. I do like to, in December, kind of wrap it up, talk about lessons learned, talk about things that you can look forward to for the next year. And I like to kind of give my own perspective about mistakes made and lessons learned for me in particular. I feel like as a female business owner, somebody had the opportunity if I had the opportunity to sit down with another female business owner who would tell me what they did wrong, that would have been huge. So I try to be transparent about some of the mistakes that have been made to help anybody else that needs help. So you guys let me know if there's information you want to hear that hasn't been covered. I'm happy to share it with you. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, 10 a.m. on Wednesdays. If you just need some more me, and who doesn't need that? I can't say that with a straight face. We have YouTube videos that drop twice a week, Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. We have at least one IGTV a week, app of the week on stories, and at least 3 reels a week on Instagram with content, tips, information. None of the content across the boards is the same. I am doing a test this morning on YouTube, so you will see this video on YouTube, but that's very unusual for us. You guys let me know what you need. I'm here to help. I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me.